Yep. Thank you again, Mrs. Quinn. Yep. Anthem appreciates your service.
You work for Anthem now?
I've always worked for Anthem.
What do you mean?
I work for Anthem, I work for Access, I work for both. That's how I make a living.
That's terrible.
I mean, it's not that bad.
You don't care about health care.
I do care. I just care about the money more.
I guess so. Well, that's terrible. You know, I'm telling everyone about that at the next town hall meeting.
Tell them. They all love me.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
I give them all the best coverage they can imagine. Listen, I got 20 more to go. You can try and catch up, buddy.
Look, you all have to understand, Justin is switching coverage. He's doing whatever he can to reach his quota. He doesn't care about the coverage that you guys are receiving.
Why don't you shut your mouth and actually provide good health care, like Justin does?
Hey, Steve. How you doing? Hey, listen, I never had a chance to thank you.
Oh, no need to thank me. I'm just a good Samaritan salesman.
Why don't you come on in and have a beer with me? Did a great job. I'm glad to see you again. What's new?
How's Anthem going?
Oh, Anthem. Talking about Anthem. Who knew I needed health insurance?
Who knew?
That's right. That's what I say. Well, luckily I have it now. Yeah, I'll drink to that. Hey, I meant to ask you. I did mean to ask you. How did we come about talking about my sales experience? How did you know I had some sales experience?
Well, I didn't. You just seemed so... like such a great salesman. That's just the vibe I got from you, and then you told me you did something.
Yeah, I had some sales background. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But you also had some sales experience. What's going on with you? What happened with you?
Well, I quit, actually.
Really? What happened?
Too much quota.
Quotas. Oh, I can totally relate to that. Well, I too. I worked just like you as an insurance salesman myself, and I sold for the Affordable Care Act. I was with Aetna for a while myself, healthcare, and I'll tell you what, talk about quotas, they were brutal. I mean, the company was brutal. They wanted sales quotas up to yin yang. I mean, I'm talking about day to day, month to month, hour to hour. They wanted sales quotas. So and having been there for a while, it kind of got to you after a while, And after a while, the money wasn't coming in, the quotas weren't coming in, bills were piling up, during that period of time. And what happened was basically, during that time, I had met my wife, Alice, during the time I started working for them. When I was married, and we married, and she was working for them. She was working for another insurance company also. She had lost her job. So to compound matters even worse, during around that time, we just had our first child. Being that the bills weren't being paid, and it was getting very depressing. I was depressed, she was depressed. Okay, she had lost her job. Being the bills were piling up, we couldn't afford our child, Adam. So we put him up for adoption. Okay, and that happened, and basically my wife went into a severe depression, and we went to her doctor, and a doctor highly recommended she go into treatment, inpatient into treatment. So we went along with that. It was no problem. They've had her on medication. She seemed to be doing good, but she was up and down, and she went through a severe depression. And during that period of time, we were living in the apartment, and one day I was out on a job interviews, and I had come home, and she must have been overdosed on too much medication. She was lying face down in her bed. I thought she was just passed out. She just happened to have passed away. And I was a little too late to call the emergency meds, and technicians came in, and they couldn't revive her. One thing led to another. It was very depressing, and I tried to kick her at that time, and that's how I got that's the real reason I got my bum leg. Because I was trying to revive her and I hit the side of the bed, the steel bar on the side of the bed, and knocked me out totally. So that point on, I had a bad leg. But, it was really hard. And, again, we put the son up for adoption, Adam, and, one thing led to another, and I had to fold up the apartment and move out, being I couldn't afford it anymore, and I actually moved into my family home with my mother. That's how bad it got. And at this point, I'm pretty much in limbo. I'm just, my next step is just trying to find my long-lost son. And that's where I stand now.